It's playoff time in the NBA as well as the NHL. 8 games on Sunday to talk about, plus a review of the 2026 NFL Draft and who's going to be out among baseball's managers. The Major Leagues has already seen one go. We may have 2 more this week. That and so much more to talk about on the Chain Gang Sports Show.
We want to give a big shout out to the U.S. News and Entertainment Network for producing this show. Please like, subscribe, and share to stay up to date.
Karaoke Courtney, Tommy Thunder. Guys had a good weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Better weekend than Alex Cora?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Was it shocking? Yeah, it was a rugged weekend for.
Yeah, I mean, it was early for Boston, who wasn't. Mendoza's the one I thought would go first for sure,
Right.
and Rob Thompson right behind him, like you said. But wow, yeah, Cora, good point, Courtney. Cora going quick. That was shocking. I was shocked.
And, I guess we could call it a case of spring cleaning. 'Cause it's still in April.
They took everybody with them.
Well, I mean, 5
That's unusual.
Yeah, it
They
is
usually
unusual.
keep the staff in, and manager's the only one that goes. But this was a clean house,
Right.
like you said, spring cleaning.
Yeah, spring cleaning. Even the guy that does the laundry was caught looking at ZipRecruiter and Indeed over the weekend. He thought he was going to need a job by,
That's not good.
within the next 48 hours.
Can't use gain. Got to stay with the tide.
That's it. Well, I tell you what, at 10-17, do you think he really deserved it, though? I mean, here's a guy that's a proven manager. He's
Proven manager with a sketchy background.
with a sketchy.
You know why I say that?
For
As a
the
Yankee
Astros.
fan, I'm just bitter. That's
Oh,
just
of
bitter.
course.
Yeah. I mean, they cheated.
Right.
He was part of the cheating.
He was part of it.
I mean, listen,
But
I
was
played.
that figured into this firing?
No,
of course not.
definitely not. It was his involvement. He wasn't the GM. You know how they are when a GM comes in, they like to bring them in as a team, or knowing that they work together well, and they weren't working together well. Cora didn't like some of the call-ups that they were trying to push up on him, so that was part of it. And, John Henry is a class act, and he did it with class by saying that the Red Sox but if you look at his history, John Henry's history, he's fired managers with World Series championships under their belt.
Yeah.
So,
he goes back to the Marlins.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a long history. And a lot of people don't exactly like John Henry, too, if you read some of the comments and everything. But solid ownership, though.
Right. I see Cora going to where Cora and Dombrowski. Dombrowski has brought Cora to hired him gave him his first managerial position. Yeah. So I think Dombrowski's with the Braves, right?
Yeah. I don't think Cora's going to be out for long.
No, definitely not.
In fact, there could be an opening.
He's great at reading curveballs and signs. So I mean, why wouldn't you take him?
But at 10-17, it was kind of shocking. Yeah, okay, they're in last place. They're not doing well, but it's a long season.
Yeah,
we often say that.
It's it was, if you the other thing I want to talk about was if we go back to that first round, the grading that they had. I was looking up the grades that they had for the draft.
Oh, the 20
Jets
26.
and Giants. Courtney, what did your Giants get as a grade for the draft?
Arvil Reese.
Yeah, Arvil Reese was the top pick, but they got I think they get an A overall for their draft. I think the Giants and Jets, they got an A.
Yeah, they got an A.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, the Jets, in a lot of people's respects, they had the best draft, legitimate 4 possible starters.
Oh yeah, well,
right.
That's not. I mean, 4 possible starters. Yeah, breaking that starting lineup is not exactly difficult.
You could have had a good year in Pop Warner and maybe had a shot being a starter the way the Jets, but. Things aren't looking up for the Jets there. Yeah, David Bailey, of course, we projected. They got the tight end from Oregon, Kenyon Sadiq, and
your boy Bain. Where did Bain go? Bain ended up
Ruben Bain.
Tampa
Let me tell
Bay,
you,
right?
I like what Tampa Bay did.
Tampa Bay got an A as well in their ratings.
And Keontae Scott, also a defensive back, and both of them had big years, and now they're in Tampa. So that's a reason to head on over to Raymond James. In fact, I'm wondering if the Buccaneers, the NFL schedule comes out early next month. So we're all going to be looking at that real.
Were you shocked by Philadelphia going with Lemon in the first? I know Pittsburgh was pissed.
Wanted to, and then Philadelphia moved up. Yeah,
nobody saw that coming either. I mean, obviously that's the writing on the wall for what's his name is going to be traded.
Figuring is that A.J. Brown will go, and the Patriots may end up being the recipient there. That's a possibility. We've talked about that for about the last 2 months, A.J. Brown. There's a lot of guys that are still floating around out there. Tyreek Hill. What are his prospects?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And is he fully recovered? And when you really look at it, there's a lot of guys that aren't signed. Speaking of guys that really did, how about Diego Pava, the Vanderbilt quarterback?
I mean,
he did the Shedeur Sanders.
It's the first time since 2013 that a Heisman runner-up didn't get drafted in at all.
It's been a good decade.
And, his attitude didn't help him.
No.
I mean, when he said he's the best player in college football, I mean, he was boasting and making himself look a little foolish, but whatever.
Well, now he's going to get a shot maybe with the Ravens. They're going to give him a tryout, free agent look, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But the Jets, yes, hats off to the Jets and the Giants. Giants also got an A rating with, as you said, Arvell Reese.
Arvell Reese was a good. That was the Jets wanted Arvell Reese in the beginning and then switched it over. I like the comparison. They said the Jets went with what's his name?
And you got
David Bailey. David Bailey has the highest floor, but Arvell Reese has the highest ceiling. Meaning, and I thought that was a good thing because David Reese is going to come in and do something right away. Arvell Reese will take a little while.
Take a little while to adapt, but great draft from both of these teams. And Francis Mauigoa, Miami Hurricane now, also with the Giants, and Colton Hood, a cornerback, as well as Malachi Fields, a wide receiver. So now you'll have Neighbors and Fields.
They were shocked.
Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, Isaiah Likely. And the question is about Scatterbo. I mean, I don't know when he's going to go. The Giants, did they even take a running back? No, they didn't.
No, did not really see any movement there.
Yeah.
And, of course, Fernando Mendoza, we knew he was going to, there was some speculation, but, that was all put to rest. He was the number one.
He was
right
definitely. And I don't know why the Jets wouldn't have leveraged 2 picks to get a franchise quarterback. I just don't get it. I mean, they had a great draft. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I would have leveraged 2 of those number ones to get the number one, and I think the Raiders would have done it. But now we got Geno Smith as our starting quarterback.
Geno Smith,
pathetic.
Another recycle.
And Nussmeier, another recycle. We drafted him. Overratedly drafted him. I mean, he was not to go as early as the Jets took him, and he never became anything. And until he got to Seattle in the 10th or 12th year.
Yeah, he had some good receivers with Seattle there.
Oh yeah,
for a while. But that's one thing I wanted to just mention real quick. On Thursday, we were talking about Mendoza's brother Alberto, and he's now with Georgia Tech. He's got 3 years of eligibility. Really? And he is with Georgia Tech.
I'm surprised Signetti didn't hold on to him. Signetti's got that it factor, I think, but I'm surprised he didn't hold on to him. Well, he must have had something else going.
The 2 championship teams, Indiana and the U, Miami, they're going to have some holes to fill. It'll be interesting to see which one of the 2 could possibly put themselves in position.
We did draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
Garrett Nussmeier.
Right. Nussmeier.
Well, Nussmeier going into the year was the Heisman favorite.
Wait, he went with the Chiefs?
The Jets.
Oh, the Jets?
Yeah.
The Jets.
Oh, no.
Nussmeier?
No, it wasn't Nussmeier. Nussmeier's LSU's.
Right, he went with the Chiefs, yeah. In fact, he's looking forward.
What was it? The kid from Clemson was the one that Jets
Klubnik.
Klubnik.
Yeah.
Corey Klubnik.
That sounds like a made-up
But it was
name.
him and Nussmeier were the 2 top college guys that they were looking at going into the year before, everything else shook out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll see what happens. A guy with Klubnik as the name, you can't hold him down. He's heard it all. So the NFL draft, the Raiders, Gerard McCoy, a cornerback, they made a good pickup there. Was a trade end Stukes, another defensive back. So the Raiders come out of this one strong with an A rating. The Browns also did well. Offensive lineman Spencer Fano, and of course Casey Concepcion, the wide receiver, along with Denzel Boston, who some people thought was maybe the best receiver in the draft.
Isn't that David Boston's nephew or son?
I want to say it must be related.
Yeah,
it's a Boston thing.
Yeah.
We may have to check in with Karaoke Courtney and, of course, our producer Alan on all things Boston. Yeah, I tell you, it's a rough crowd. All
We
right.
knew that was coming.
Hey, Arkansas quarterback Talon Green. Remember when the combine was going on about a month or so ago, and I said this guy, he's like 6'6". He's got the arm strength. He is now part of the quarterback room in Cleveland. Remember I was saying?
Are you kidding me?
Remember I told you they were talking about taking a quarterback,
That's just
and
nuts.
he might be a good one. You never know.
you
He
know,
might
so-
emerge.
I'm a big believer in the 6'6" quarterback, 6'5", 6'4" and up quarterback. I mean,
Well, you see over your offensive line.
exactly. I mean,
And
you're
these
5'10",
guys-
these guys are all running around. Now, don't get me wrong, a mobile quarterback is a good quarterback, but if you're 6'4" and mobile, that's a big deal. 6'5".
Yeah. Oh, it's good to be mobile in today's NFL.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know, the speed and.
What did your Bruins do, Courtney?
Oh yeah, take a look
Sadly,
at the NHL.
They lost to the Sabres.
Did they?
Yeah, 6-1.
Yeah.
Oh, and how bad did they lose to the Sabres? Let's just get a.
6-1.
Oh, it was a
Oh,
6-1.
was it really?
And how did that develop? At one time, it was 6-0, and that's when
We really don't have to do this.
Well, we don't want to analyze it too much.
no, I don't think we should.
But when Jeremy Swain, the Bruin goaltender, got pulled out after giving up 6 goals, it was 6-0.
Well, that's about, yeah.
Yeah. Before he went into the locker room, he had some choice words to say to the Bruins bench. So that's going to be something to see when they come back in Buffalo on Tuesday night. And I guess it's game 5. They're down 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-1.
Did the what about did the Avalanche Colorado? Did they clean sweep?
Oh yeah, they beat the Kings 5-1.
Did they really? So
Oh,
clean
yeah.
sweep.
Well, they're on the verge of a sweep. They're on the verge of a sweep.
Oh, it's 3-0. I thought they swept them.
No, not yet. But that's coming. It's 3
I thought
games
they
to
said
1.
that they had sticks in hand
Or,
and brooms in the closet ready to.
Oh,
roll
wait
them
a
out
second.
there.
Yeah.
They did sweep them.
Yeah, you're right. They did sweep.
did.
Yeah, because it was 5-1 the final. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that series went by quick.
Quick, and it's the only. Wasn't that the only? That was the only sweep. I
So
believe.
far.
Yeah,
So
so
far.
far they're still. The Canadian. How about the Canadians Lightning going to overtime?
Yeah,
3
that was a
games.
good one. Did you see any of that?
I did. I absolutely did. The Canadians are young and
Yeah,
good.
you are. Yeah.
A lot of young kids and good. And the Lightning, they just the Lightning of the Lightning. They play. They're tough.
That series is tied up 2-2.
Yeah.
Yep,
That was a tough one.
Is it 2-2?
2-2.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a tough one for Montreal.
But now they go back to Montreal, so it'll be okay.
Well, that one was in Montreal, so now it goes back to Tampa Bay, I believe, for 2 straight. So the edge goes to
so
Tampa
it's
Bay.
2-3-2. Well, no, 2-2-1.
It's
No, yeah,
something
'cause
like that.
it had to be
Tampa Bay, I think
2-3-2.
finished ahead of Montreal, did they not?
Right.
In the standings.
Yeah, but game 7 would be there. Game 5 would be there as well.
It should be.
Yeah.
Should be. I never did like that where they had like a game 5 and 6, and then
I didn't like that either. I liked it 2-2 and then 1-1-1. I mean, they tried to say, what do they save the money? Oh, the gas prices. That's what it is. That's what's driving that.
that's it. That's what's a great finish in Anaheim late last night. If you stayed up to watch that one,
Chris Kreider is the catalyst of that
you
team.
like that?
Right.
Ducks win it in overtime 4-3. Took them a while to figure out if the puck had crossed that goal.
What about Dallas? Where Dallas Stars? Are they?
They're playing tonight.
Are they?
They,
What's the series on
I
that?
believe that's tied up at 2-all.
Is it? Okay.
Courtney, got any info on that one?
No? Penguins?
Hey, it's the Penguins versus the Flyers,
Oh, that one.
and the Golden Knights versus the Mammoth.
I didn't even realize. I forgot Utah Mammoth got in there.
Utah's doing well.
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
the series?
Utah leads 2-1.
Do they really? Okay. Yeah,
But-
it's been there's so much sports going on right now, and then it's just been crazy keeping up with everything. I mean, because
It's a good time of the year.
it is a good time of the year.
'Cause
But you're
these games
talking
are
about
meaningful
yeah,
now.
You're talking 8 game. What is it? 8 games and
8 games yesterday, 4
Yeah.
in the NHL, 4 in the NBA.
Yeah.
And in the NHL now, by the time it wraps up, if these series go, the length, especially the
I'm glad everything's a
Stanley
7
Cup
now.
finals.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. Remember they used to do the first round like the
5.
forget best of 5. And the only reason I'm glad for that is the Knicks were down 2-1. I was like, man, they can't go down and lose. So I was grateful for 7 games.
That's it. Well,
But we did win.
Yeah, and just to say, in the NHL, I'm still thinking, and I'm not going out on a limb, the Avs probably in the West, but in the East,
It's open.
it's much more difficult.
Wide open. Tampa
Carolina,
Bay, Carolina,
Montreal,
Buffalo. I
You
mean,
know.
it is wide open there, and it makes for excitement. I could tell you that, in my opinion, of course, I'm going to say this. In '94, to me, was the greatest hockey season of all time. Playoffs, everything. And of course, the Rangers won the Stanley Cup, so probably a
gotta
little
be
biased.
part of it, yeah.
But there was so many overtime games. There was that was when Pavel Bure was with Vancouver.
Yeah.
There was some great series. Great, Messier calling. All right, I can't relive it because the Rangers stink. Can't be giving Rangers any airtime.
Hey, just a mere 3 decades ago.
Is that? Oh my gosh, that's right. My twins were born. I remember screaming and they woke up both babies.
It was a great year.
Yeah.
It's the year Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, came out.
Is that right?
Yeah, 94. Very good. Just based on that makes it a great year.
Courtney
One of
was
my
still
favorite
3 years before.
I've seen it.
You have?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a good movie.
Ace, oh, yeah. Who hasn't seen Ace Ventura? Give us a call on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
386-251-8100. Let us know if you have not seen Ace Ventura. I'd like to know just how many. By the way, the Los Angeles Kings, last night, they end up
Getting swept.
yeah, they got swept, and the Kings 5-1 by the Avalanche. We just talked about it, but it was Anze Kopitar retiring after 20 years in the NHL.
Wow.
He had a great career.
Yeah, no, 20 years. Hey, listen, Courtney even said the hockey match. She goes, man, that hockey is crazy. And it is. It's a game where they come on the ice for 20 seconds. People don't realize that. Average shift time is 20 to 30 seconds. That's it. And that's because, I don't know, you've ice skated, John, since you're a South Florida guy. Probably not.
Yeah, I've ice skated about as much as I've played golf.
Okay.
Yeah. And the result is pretty much the same.
And, so what hockey is a complete sprint.
Yeah.
So when you see these players going and they're digging, that's a sprint. That's if you had no skates on, it's sprinting. So now it's even more. I think it's more
Tougher.
I think it's tougher than soccer even. Soccer they run those big long, but these guys are sprinting for 20 to 30 seconds or continuously. That's my.
You're burning more energy skating, say 50 yards, than you would be
Sprinting.
running.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
because, and it's all at what?
Even though you carry further, I mean, whatever. We're not going to get into the phase. Well, MIT guy back there, Mr. Double Engineering degree, and
Not
now
just one.
he's the engineer of
two.
a fantastic podcast.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Make that 3 now.
that's it. 3 degrees.
He's overqualified. What can I tell you?
When we get to 6 degrees, we can do a movie.
6. There was a movie. Oh boy, that was brutal. All right, Courtney, I know you want to talk about your Celtics.
Yeah, Boston leading 3-1. They killed the 76ers 128-96.
128-90. Now,
And
Philadelphia
that's in
got
Philadelphia, too.
I know,
How
but Philly got
embarrassing.
lucky with no Embiid, and then you turn around and you take one from Boston. I think Pritchard.
Pritchard, yeah.
That little son of a gun, I
Man,
hate him.
he hits threes
I
like
truly
no
hate
problem.
him. I'm going to say the word hate
Yeah.
because I hate him because he's a net killer, and he just is such a little scrappy little pest.
And he might be coming your way if things work out
I
against
know.
Atlanta
Yeah.
tomorrow night.
Raptors making it difficult on Cleveland.
Oh,
Yeah, they're tied 2-2.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the Raptors did win last night. That means
Yeah, 93-89.
in Toronto. And so I believe it was.
Yeah,
And,
definitely
yeah.
was. Yeah, that was game. So it's tied 2-2. Wow. Okay. Good.
2-2.
Because
Yeah.
Cleveland's got the roster.
But Toronto might surprise him.
R.J. Barrett. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
always pray for a little R.J. Barrett from
Would-
Duke. And the Knicks' #1 pick at number 8 overall. Disaster. He's gone.
And the Lakers, as expected, have the big lead. But then last night
Yeah, Rockets won 115-96.
in Houston,
Really, the Rockets beat.
and
that's
without
right, 'cause
Durant, without Durant.
I was just going to say there was no Kevin Durant, so
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Okay.
So that leaves me to believe maybe the Lakers didn't want to wrap up that series on the road.
Well, I think Reeves and
Wait till
Doncic are coming back in the next week.
Well, that'll.
But speaking of
Yeah.
staying in the NBA, talk about Minnesota getting bit by the injury bug in one game. They
Edwards.
lost Edwards and Vincenzo.
Yeah.
Vincenzo's done for the year. I knew right away he tore his Achilles. You could tell. That injury now. You know the injury. You know the ACL when you see him when that knee goes a little sideways and they grab at it.
And
You know
they
that
grab
thing
at it.
popped. And now the Achilles is easy to tell too. Because you can't stand. I mean, it's the tendon that holds your ankle to the rest of your
absolutely.
leg, and it just falls off.
And that's going to be a big difference maker.
Sure,
in
because
that series.
Edwards is out 2 weeks, and that's a lot. And then
Next game is in Denver.
how about the kid off the bench, Okuyu,
Acuna, yeah.
Yeah, Acuna. That's it. 42 points off the bench.
Big.
That's
Coming off the bench and getting 40.
for Minnesota. Yeah, but the O.J. Daniels, the layup at the end of the game didn't go over very well.
No, it did not.
But
you still
Jokic chased him down. You know what? Whatever.
But you still
What's the
gotta
difference
figure.
of 12 or 14? What's the difference, really? I mean, for him to get for that whole thing, that melee to get put up because of a layup. I mean, you know what?
Because of the injury situation, you think Denver has a shot, guys? You think they may
I
come back?
Of course,
They got to win at home the next game.
and they will.
To make it.
I think. Well, they don't have Gordon, and they lost
Right,
one of their top
Gordon's
role.
out.
But yeah, so
But the Joker,
they do have.
he's a killer.
He is a killer. I hate that. He's a weird guy. He's a big drink. Him and his
Well,
brother.
a lot of killers
a lot
are
of
weird
drinkers. He's a big drinker. Guy loves his beer. Remember Vladimir? What
He's
was his
drinking
name?
the good stuff.
Divac. He used to smoke
Oh, yeah,
cigarettes.
Bloody
run
Divac.
Run back into the locker room and puff on a cigarette.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bloody Divac. Boy, there's
They didn't
a
have
name.
vapes then. Couldn't sneak it onto the sideline.
You know, if you saw that game in Portland, the Trailblazers were surprising for a few games.
And
starting.
well, I thought without Wembanyama, this was going to be a 7-game series, but Wemby came back and they held serve. They won on the road, so
Yeah, Spurs beat them 114-93.
yeah. See, that's a beating.
And the Spurs were down. It was like they were down in big time double digits at halftime. And Wemby comes out there. He didn't like the way it was handled as far as the protocol.
Yeah.
He didn't want to make any comments there after the game, but I don't think you can stop Wemby. I tell you what, Oklahoma City, which they're on the verge of a sweep as well. I think Courtney, do they play tonight? I believe Oklahoma City. I think they could wrap it up.
Thunder against Suns at 9:30.
Yeah. What's that? 3-0.
Yeah,
3-0, yep.
probably in Phoenix, but
Yeah, but doesn't
Oklahoma
matter.
City, that's
Doesn't
a
matter.
done
Devin Booker is all they have.
right.
Um,
Stick a fork in them.
Stick a fork in them, I say.
Yeah, and that would give the Spurs a lot of rest time,
Yeah.
which would be critical for Wemby.
Yeah. The Knicks. Are we really not going to talk about the Knicks?
Well, I thought we'd save the best for last.
There you go,
right?
brother.
There you
Orange
go.
and blue
Good way of
skies.
pulling
They're
it out.
tied 2-2.
They are tied 2-2. That was a massive, massive win. And you know what? I said this when we talked about before the playoffs started. If Big Cat doesn't come out and be aggressive and be big and play big, because Atlanta doesn't have a big man. If he's not the most dominant player on the floor, then something's wrong. Well, finally he had a triple-double. I was surprised by the 10 assists. But guys, and then they won that game because Adenaldi came out finally and scored.
Finally.
Bridges has not been there. I mean, it just the guys that they're expecting. Mikal Bridges, who started the season as the team MVP and possible league because he was so hot, has gotten cold since the All-Star break, and it's been miserable. And I like Mikal Bridges, but.
Well, for the Knicks to really go far in this play, they're going to have to get all these pieces to
play together.
together.
Yeah.
You can't just have one guy or two guys having a big game.
Especially in the next round, because Detroit is finally showing that they're Detroit.
Well, they've got a few chinks in the armor there. Orlando, Magic up 2-1.
Oh, who am I talking about?
Yeah.
That's right. Because I saw the Kate Cunningham in it.
They play tonight at 8.
And it is 2-1, Orlando.
And,
Yeah.
and it's in Orlando, isn't it? I think it's in Orlando.
2-1 would be in Orlando.
And in Orlando.
Nice.
Oh my
The
gosh,
Magic.
that would be amazing.
Are we going to call that the Magic Carpet?
The Magic Carpet Ride. Where's the,
It's the
where the
new
other
Magic
producers
Carpet.
missing?
It's
We
the
gotta get those
Magic
two old
Carpet of the NBA.
That's it. We have
The
to change
Magic.
their uniforms. Put teeth back in the
Of
producers.
all teams, because the Hornets look and the Hawks look better through the second half of the regular season
question.
than the Heat and the Magic. They
Yeah.
were so inconsistent.
Yeah.
But the postseason always brings out something different in teams than the regular season, and that could be the Orlando Magic. What a big story that would be, and that would help your Knicks
Yeah.
as well.
Well, we saw. Yeah, it would.
One less, biggie.
We
out
did
of the way.
see a couple of win streaks come to an end. Yankees being one of them.
Oh,
they finally
yeah.
took one on the chin.
7-4.
7-4.
The final score.
Judge hit his 10th, but that was really the only bright spot. But they had outscored them 20-4 in the first two games. So the 8-game winning streak came to an end, and also the Cubs, their winning streak came to an end as well.
The Dodgers.
And you knew that was inevitable in
It's
LA.
in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So what can you say? But you got to like that division, though. Everyone's a winner.
Oh, yeah.
In that
Yeah.
the National League Central.
Yeah.
And
Participation trophy.
participation trophy. There's so many to
Courtney
give out.
throwing out participation trophies.
There you go.
That's
So
like the
Yankees,
overtime.
You got Max Fried on the mound tonight. I believe
Against
it is.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah, against the rain. Yeah, so
I mean, hey, listen.
you can't
Being
can't-
on the road for 6 days in a row, you start to. This is where they have to stay strong. The pitching's going to keep him in it. Heel took that's his second loss. First loss he took was he only gave up 2 runs and 5 hits, but this one he was kind of hammered. And that Yordan Alvarez is he's some hitter, man.
So
He really is some hitter.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to find out before Thursday when we do our live show from 6:30 to 7:30. We'll
386.
Alex Cora see some other managers join him among the unemployed. Will it be Rob Thompson over there in Philadelphia? Will it be Mendoza, Carlos Mendoza
I think
with the
both.
Mets?
I really do.
You
I
think
think
both?
Yeah.
Are out within the next 48 to 72 hours?
Yeah, I do.
We'll have to check it out. You heard it here first,
That's right.
and it's Tommy Thunder that's
Make that prediction.
That's making
You put
that
me on the
prediction.
hook for the prediction. Yeah.
You know what was a great story? 805,000 people converged
On Pittsburgh. Is that amazing?
Yeah, did you see the Navy running back? First time in the NFL draft, 2 players
From the
drafted
military.
from Navy.
Yeah, from Navy.
Yeah, and the running back.
Wasn't it? I think it's Trump that put into play. No, it was. I'm trying to think who it was. Do you remember when you came out of the one of the academies? You had to do your 5-year tour.
Yeah.
Before you could come in, and David Robinson was the first one they waived that for because he was going to be the number 1 overall pick, and they waived that 5-year thing. But then it became now these guys. Anybody
Was
who
that
gets drafted.
Napoleon McCallum?
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah. But they had
running
the somebody. I thought it was Trump who said. Somebody said that now the military guys can come out when they come. They can come out if they're in the first.
out.
If they're drafted, they can. They don't have to do their military time.
It has been recent, but Eli Heidelreich, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it correct, the running back for the Steelers, grew up just 7 miles away from where the draft took place. What a great story.
That is a
Came
great
out
story.
in
That's
uniform.
that's the Rooney thing. That's the Rooney factor. Seriously.
And there's a lot of Steeler fans here in
Florida.
this region of
Yeah.
Florida for whatever reason. So
Yeah, there's a Steeler bar in
a Steeler bar, is it? And
Norman Beach, the Piranha or something. Yeah.
the Piranha
Yeah, something like it's across.
stands to reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be the
It's across
Piranha
from
bar.
the big biker bar there. But anyway.
NASCAR racing yesterday, Talladega. It was Carson Hocevar who impressed everyone after winning the race by sitting on his door and still driving the car around in a victory lap. Try driving with
I
your
didn't see
feet.
that.
He had legs like Wembanyama
Yeah.
Wow.
to be able to do that.
And quickly from Courtney's favorite city, New Orleans, the brothers,
Oh, what was it?
Fitzpatrick brothers, Matthew and Alex.
Yeah.
Alex gets to keep his tour card for 2 years, which is fantastic. I'm excited for him. A young kid, he got to putt the final putt that counts as a PGA victory, and that's Fitzpatrick's third.
That's huge. It was a great moment.
The brothers,
Seeing
the
them-
Irish brothers, right?
seeing
Courtney's
them,
favorite people. They make
Seeing them
The Irish.
hug. What's the guy for the Bruins? I got to go back to the Bruins real quick. We have just a little bit of time. McAvoy?
Yeah, that's her grandfather's
He-
last name, right?
Yeah.
McAvoy, yeah. He in the post-game show, he
Yeah.
had some choice words.
Oh, yeah, he did. That's right. That's that Irish temper.
Yeah, the Bruins are,
We all got it.
I
Yeah.
tell you what. they're
What's his name? It was Roy McAvoy in Tin Cup.
Roy McAvoy.
I did watch it.
What,
3
just
a.m.
recently?
TV for me.
You watched it?
Yeah,
Hey, I tell you what.
good show.
We're going to see, you know what? There's so many great sports movies, and we'll be talking about that coming up in the future.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Always a good time on a Monday morning. We appreciate the likes, the follows, the shares, and to subscribe here to the Chain Gang Sports Show. Coming up on Thursday, 6:30 to 7:30, it's a live show, as all shows are done here live, but you see it in real time, and you get to give us a call, 386-251-8100, and talk to Tommy Thunder, Karaoke Courtney, and, of course, yours truly, Johnny Monte Carlo. The Chain Gang Sports Show. I want to thank our producer, that's Alan, with the two MIT?
Engineering degrees.
Engineering degrees.
So he's a 3-timer.
That's it.
And, yeah, he even did that to himself. So
he knows how to engineer it.
yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
You too.
We want to give a big shout out to the U.S. News and Entertainment Network for producing this show. Please like, subscribe, and share to stay up to date.